Yes, I'm Devynn.
I'm Lauren.
And we are the Stitches and Sundries Fiber Podcast.
Yes.
So I have a few finishes.
Yeah, we've been off for a little while, but you have some stuff to show.
Yes.
But I don't have much to show. But thank you for joining us after our vacation break.
Yeah. I went to Maine.
Which is super fun. I just had hellish time, so we're just going to ignore that and be positive. We're having a positive day.
Yes.
But I have some stuff to show, and I have some upcoming projects, and you have some finishes and some stuff you're upcoming as well.
Yes, I have some dream knitting. I have some whips. And I have one of my finishes. We're just going to have to do an insert picture because I already gave it away.
Oh, yeah. We can do that. That's easy.
Yeah. So I'll get started with my first finish, which is kind of the most exciting thing.
This is super exciting.
Should I just put it on?
Yeah, just put it on.
Bam. Look at this.
That is so cute.
Okay, I will also take it off so you can see all of it in its gloriness. But so this is a hat that is by Donna Frost Ritchie. It is called the Lovey Dovey Tam.
I love
that top. And look at that top.
I love that.
That is beautiful. I have not blocked this. And I probably won't be blocking it like you would a tam. You would put that around a plate. Yeah, and it would give you a weird, different shape. Not a weird shape.
Beret shape.
I just don't want the beret shape. I like how it looks just like this. In fact, I've already worn it a lot just like that.
Yeah.
But I bought a kit at a shop in Maine in 2018. And I worked my little butt off to knit and finish this hat right before I went to Maine in 2020. It did not take me 2 years, but it did take some time.
Because, I mean, the last podcast, you had like half a bird done. Maybe even the full bird.
Yeah.
And you were like,
I'm finishing it.
And then like a week, all that done. So if you had just put your mind to it 2 years ago. But at the same time, now it's like you got it done for the trip. You got to wear it in Maine.
I did get to wear it in Maine a lot because it was cold.
Yeah. And that's also like, it's a nice weight for a
fingering weight, and the wool is, I think it's called Jagger wool. It was in her kit. And I don't know if the colors had names there, but it's really beautiful.
Yeah, I love
She
pinks.
does have the kits on her website if you're interested in making this exact hat.
I'm gonna link that below.
Reason. But yeah, I loved it. It's a Valentine's Day themed hat is why she made this pattern, but I am just pink and hearts all over, so. And
it's a Valentine's Day theme, but it's also like, it's got that Scandi style that's all universal.
So I'm going to show you guys my floats. So first of all, this is my first all over colorwork piece. This is a lot of color work.
Yeah, that's expensive.
So here are my floats, which I actually did pretty good and I'm happy with most of it. I had a few issues with the bird section where when you take the yarn across the back, I pulled it a little too tight, so the birds do kind of pucker a bit.
Yeah, they're a little too.
When I block that might come out a little, but whatever. First all over color work. Yeah. Also, look at that. Didn't even weave in my ends. Not doing it.
Not doing it at all?
Not doing it at all. She says in her pattern that all you need to do is just tie them, and I should trim them. I haven't done that part. I'm going to do that part.
Okay. So
but,
they won't
I mean, I've worn it like this a couple times, and it has been fine. Like, it's not coming apart.
Well, it's got a grip to it. So
yeah, this is my awesome hat.
Did you think the pattern handled, like, this was your first color work? Did you think that the kit itself explained color work and did a good job of like walking through that process?
The kit referenced links on her website. So like if you need help, go here. And so when I read those tips, she had a lot of tips. I also did watch a couple of Arnie and Carlos, which are very big knitters. They're Norwegian knitters, and they are like the kings of color work. So I watched several of their videos too, just after I realized I had problems in the birds and that I wasn't going back to fix that. I wanted to make sure the rest of the hat would be good. So I watched a couple of their videos for technique. I can link a few below, but really just look into Arnie and Carlos.
Yeah, they seem like...
Or her website, where she does have some written tips. But if you want video, Arnie and Carlos do the job.
Yeah. That's
But
very
yeah,
cool. That's
look
very
at
cool.
that.
And now you can say Colorwork is not that intimidating.
Yeah, it's really not. You just kind of tackle it a piece at a time, and each section is a chart. So like the birds is a chart, this is a chart, and
So it's broken down nicely. So
Yeah.
It's not so...
Yeah, and so it was pretty easy to follow as far as the charts go. I didn't struggle with them. Really love this hat. I'm gonna wear it so much.
Yeah, it's so you. It's like the fact that you found that kit in Maine, and the fact that it's pink, and the fact that it's hearts, and the fact that it's everything.
Yeah, it's perfect for me. So that is my big finish, and this is the one that I brought that I can actually show you in person.
Yeah.
You don't have any finishes, right?
I don't have any finishes.
So the Devynn show is happening right now. So the next finish...
It's definitely not... There goes my phone. It's definitely not a the Lauren helps at all show. So the Devynn show is commencing. I'm here to provide support.
You're very supportive. So my next thing to show you, we're going to insert a picture. It is called the Bankhead hat.
We're going to try and get a nice picture of Devynn's dad wearing his new hat.
Yes, in Maine.
Being so handsome.
So it's called the Bankhead hat by Susie, and I'm going to butcher her name because that's what I do as a human being. Susie Gourlay or Gourlay. I'm not sure how it's
Gourlay.
said, but it's the Bankhead hat. Lots of people have knit this. It is a free pattern, so hello.
Yeah.
I knit it because when we were getting ready to go for vacation, like the day of, we're getting everybody in the truck. My dad says, I asked my dad, I'm like, did you bring a hat or anything? Because, like, you're going to get cold.
Right. It was
and he's
nippy.
like, I forgot my toboggan. And so I'm like, don't worry. I got this. So I ran up to my stash.
I was going to say, you just run inside and grab.
I grabbed all of the worsted weight yarn that I have because I don't have a whole lot of worsted weight. I actually only have like 4 colors. Brought it all downstairs, and my dad picked a navy blue. And I knit it on the drive to Maine.
Well, that's 13 hours. You can bang out a hat.
Yeah, and it went pretty quick. And I definitely didn't knit the whole time. I slept some in the truck because I was not driving. So it was nice. I really liked the pattern. Very easy, and it's pretty stylish, I just gotta say.
Yeah,
You'll have to
really
see my
nice.
handsome dad.
It
so.
looks really nice. Did Jason get to wear his hat?
Jason did. Maybe we'll insert a picture of Jason in his knitwear that he wore.
Everybody looks so handsome. I'm gonna get some vacation pictures in here. Just maybe 1 or 2. But like everybody looks so great in their home knitted stuff that kept them all cozy and warm because it was nippy here. Maine had to be cold.
It was the first couple of days we were there, it was like in the 50s. It was pretty cold.
Yeah, it's nippy. But then you go run up a mountain and you feel better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had to carry a backpack on all my little hike trips, even though they were like very short, to be able to stuff my coat in because you start off, you need a coat. And then I'm like, all right, I got to take this off. But I did get a lightweight coat, so it wasn't like a big bulky winter coat.
Yeah.
But it was nice. And I was really happy to finish the 2 hats for the trip. They were exciting. I love mine, and my dad's been wearing his. I'm just going to wear mine for the rest of the podcast.
There is like something very nice about having, like your dad, even when it's like getting cold here, he gets to pull out that hat and like, remember good times with family, and he's all warm and snuggly.
Yeah.
Like,
I might have to make him wear it because he's afraid of like...
Oh, your dad's so hilarious.
I know. He's so afraid that he's going to lose it or like get it dirty or ruin it in some way. And I'm like, Dad, I'll just knit you another one. You saw how quickly I could make that one? Like, I'll just knit you another one. Like, it's fine. I want to see you wear it, is what I
I feel like I remember the story, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. Didn't you, like, buy him, like, a nice thing of booze, and he's like, well, I can't drink it. It's too nice.
Yeah. When I was in college, which I'm 30 now, so when I was in college, I went to Nicaragua and brought back a little Nicaraguan rum. It was, I don't know liquor sizes, but it was the little guy. We still have not finished that because it's a treasure and it's special. Because that's who my dad is. We've drank some, but we have not finished it. What's that, Lauren?
Nothing. Garbage. Shut up.
Sorry about that, guys.
I thought I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but apparently alarms still go through. Makes no sense.
So that's all my finishes. That's everything.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, that sounds like very productive vacation.
Yeah. Yep, it was nice. I do have whips. Do you have whips?
I have whips.
Why don't you start? I've been talking forever.
So mine, I actually meant to text you this morning and tell you to bring me one of your blocking square things, which I needed to get a set, so that I could pin this out and it could be more visible. But this is the one I've been working on. This is Tulips by Natasha. Can't remember. I will put her name below. I've said it like in every podcast, but now that my brain is working, it decided not to work. I don't have it written down. That's all right. I'll put it all over the screen. Probably just something like, Lauren, you moron, here's the name that you've said 100 times.
It's fine.
But I've made some progress on it, and it is coming along quite nicely. I am almost done all the tulips, which is... Sure. We're gonna get it up and close so you can see.
Can we stretch it, or are we gonna pull stuff out?
Oh no, you should be able to totally stretch it. So there is the tulips there that I'm working on.
Oh, look
and
at that.
These are going to be leaves that are coming off. So I am probably,
look at that, guys.
2/3 of the way done. I'm almost
2/3 of the way done.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is gonna get bigger. But
that is so cool.
It's really coming along. It's very pretty. Every time I get it out, Sarah's like, "Oh, I can't wait for that to be done." And I'm like, "I know."
So what's the goal for this piece? Is it going in a frame? Oh.
It's going to go into. It should be roughly 15 inches across when it's done. It's so it's coming along. It's getting there in size.
Look at that.
And I'm going to put it in a quilter's embroidery hoop, and it's going to have my mom and my grandma had a collection of brooches, and it's going to display those.
You know, we've talked about that every podcast, but I forgot. I genuinely asked that question this time. Like, what are you doing with this?
Yeah.
I love this. It is so full of texture, just to touch it.
Yeah, it's very cool. It uses fun techniques that are always interesting. I'm now into the doing the tulips. It's more rote. I'm just going around and around doing similar things, just in different orders. Mm-hmm. But then once I get the tulips done, the outside edging is a bunch of nonsense again. So, but it does. It has a lot of texture. It has a lot of raised and layers of stuff. And it looks very cool. And I'm super happy with it. And it's free. And she gives a great tutorial with lots of pictures. So, go check it out.
One day
on Ravelry.
I will crochet a lacy thingy.
Someday you'll crochet a lacy thingy. But yeah, that's been super fun. And I got some beautiful new earrings for my birthday and started to put them up on my earring hanger. I was like, ooh, I need another one.
You need a new hoop.
Yeah. So maybe that'll be in my future down the road. I actually, more than anything, need to clean out my earrings and be like, okay, these you bought at Goodwill. Move these down the line. These can go in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably a box I keep in my car. Because the number of times we have gone somewhere
without earrings,
and because I rush and then I forget earrings for whatever reason, the one part of my body that I can't go without having something on, I always forget, and I'm like, well, we got to stop somewhere, and then I buy more cheap earrings at a freaking Goodwill or a Dollar General. I'm buying gas station earrings. And so if I just kept the box in my car, I'd have a variety.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
I think that sounds like an awesome solution. So I have a couple of whips myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll show you something you have seen before.
This thing is so pretty.
Some yarn. Also, I'll show my bag, which might be kind of dirty. I'm not entirely sure. I need to wash it. I think it's hard to tell. That's the wrong side. That's
why it's a good bag.
It is a good bag. It's an oatmeal color. It's got little rabbits on it. I bought this at Rhinebeck in 2019 at the Cottage at the Hudson booth. It was an adorable little bag. And it's big enough to hold 2 balls of yarn, and then I stuff the project on top, and I can put it on my arm. And I have walked and knit with this on my arm. On an easy section.
And knit?
On an easy section, I was able to do it. It is something I did not think I was capable of. But yeah.
I would fall
Not
down
like-
a mountain.
Not like hiking, but like a nice flat paved road or something, like a sidewalk or something.
I would fall down a mountain. Like, my feet find cracks to trip me up.
Anyways, that's the bag I'm keeping this guy in. And this is, we're going to have to be careful because the needles don't stretch very well, but this is, I'll hold it up like this, Forest Path Hap, which you can see all of my beautiful moss stitching.
Very pretty.
And I just started the lacy section, which is really hard to see, and it will look better when it's blocked.
Yeah.
It's just really fuzzy
So
and scrunched up.
this edge down here, right? This outside edge, that's going against your neck, right?
Yes, this will be, yes.
So we'll go, yeah, kind of like that.
This is actually flat, and then this is actually the triangle part down here.
Yeah.
This is.
So you're going to start getting shorter eventually.
No, you end in like it looks like lettucey. It's like a curlied edge sort of effect. No, you don't get shorter. This goes against your neck, but when it's all said and done, this is not going to be like it looks weird because of the needles. The needles aren't letting it show its true shape.
Quite long enough. Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's just because I didn't have a long enough cable. But yeah,
I'm so afraid of them falling off.
It should be fine because this is pretty grippy wool, but it does have this nice I think you can see the slip stitch. And then it's just, this is plain knit, this is like moss stitch, and it's just so cozy to work on. I love this. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
So my plan for this, totally selfish knit, my plan for this is to have this by the door. And in the morning, when I go out and let the dogs out, this is going to be my grabbing go-to shawl. Because I want to be that person.
Yes. Yes.
I also want to be the person that has a basket and just disappears into the forest to collect mushrooms, but I don't know how to do that. So for now, I'll just have a shawl by the door.
I also want to be like a cabin hermit. I live on twigs and bark.
Hedge witch is the goal. But yeah, so this is my adorable little Forest Path shawl. Can't wait to finish it. I'm really close to finishing the lace. I'm definitely more than halfway through it. And then there's a good bit of edging to do. So
fun.
It might be finished next time. I have been kind of booking it on this.
Yeah, it's your favorite thing.
It is my favorite thing to work on right now, except I got something easier going. Oh, my next one.
Speaking of getting up and throwing something on, I think that's a perfect segue, so I'm butting myself in.
You're butting in?
A little bit, because my upcoming start is exactly that. Because when I get up in the morning and it's chilly in the house, because my bed is so warm, I keep my bed at like a 900 degrees because I have flannel sheets and a cat.
And you have no circulation in your fingers or toes.
I have no circulation, so I'm all snuggled in. And I have a fat hot water bottle cat that just snuggles right in. So I'm like nice and warm. And when I get up and it's like 60 degrees in the house, I'm like, it's so cold. So I put on my thick socks and then I go get like a sweatshirt immediately so that I can keep all my body heat. So I was looking for a start that I knew I would wear pretty regularly. And I found one. So in the morning, when I get up, this is the thing that I want to be putting on. So I'm going to get my tablet up here so I can show you the pattern. This is it's just called the Crochet Cardigan, the Inmost cardigan, by 11 Handmade, which I follow her on Instagram. And ooh, that glare, trying to get the glare away from it. But it is so slouchy and cozy and amazing. Really cool. And it's just an open cardigan. It doesn't close. It doesn't,
It's just it basically has, it's like a shawl with sleeve holes.
Right, exactly. It's big and slouchy. Like. It's open. It only comes in one size, and that size, well, it actually might come in bigger size, but it's huge is the size. So it's going to be slouchy and cozy, and that's what I live in the morning. So I am super excited about that.
And it's like bulky yarn, right? So
Yeah.
it's going to be super warm and cuddly.
Exactly. So then I went last weekend. I went with some girlfriends to Hagerstown, Maryland, and was like, wait, is there a yarn shop in Hagerstown? Yes, there is. It's called The Yarn Shop, aka Rennie's Yarn Shop. If you search it on Google, it comes up as Rennie's Yarn Shop, aka the Williamsport Yarn Closet, because it used to be in Williamsport. They've moved to Hagerstown. And super cute shop. I posted a thing on Instagram because they have this awesome bicycle that they have covered in yarn and crochet and knit and like fiber art, and it's just covered in yarn, and it's very neat. So they're a very cute little shop, and I got yarns. So I struggled a little bit because a sweater's quantity of bulky yarn is a struggle for any shop to keep. But I ended up getting, this is Ella Ray Cozy Alpaca Chunky. And it is
So soft.
an acrylic alpaca mix.
It's so soft.
But it is incredibly soft. It is going to be incredibly warm.
You're never going to take this off.
I might live in this. It'll be like old and like musky from Lauren never taking it off and carrying cats around in it. I'm gonna be a crazy cat lady.
You are gonna be a crazy cat lady.
But the color is what like drew me to this
It
so
is
much.
a really good.
It's a
pumpkin-y.
I was literally walking through the shop going like, what do you guys think about this color? What is this color? Put it next to my hair. And so this is super fun. I can't wait to get it started. It's probably actually gonna be maybe this afternoon.
That's awesome.
Well, I have you here, so I'm going to pick your brain about it. Because I've never knit it. I've never knit a wearable before, other than like a hat, but like a sweater or something like that. Now, this I also thought would be a great one to start with because size is not like there's not really a size.
Like if you end up being a little too big, it's not going to be a problem.
Exactly.
You're not going to hate it.
Exactly, or even a little too small. There's so much give to how big it is that it should no matter what fit. So it'll be a super fun thing to start. I'm really looking forward to having it, which is always the goal, is like get the finished product. So
That's exciting.
yeah, it's gonna be exciting. And then we'll both have our early morning snuggles. Things. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sad there's no key left.
I think I've got alpaca floof in my nose. That is really soft yarn, and I rubbed it all over my face.
It is very soft.
It's very soft. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be super fun.
I have one more whip.
You have more whips?
Yep. This is my Fast Girl Speaks bag that I've shown 100 times on this podcast. But I love it because it's all in national parks.
Oh yeah, this beautiful thing.
This is, I just started this. I said I was going to do some cross stitch.
Yeah.
Over the week. I kind of just started knitting a thing. So,
This is
hold this
so
up.
pretty.
Can you hold this?
Yeah.
Okay. I just need to pull some slack out here. So this is, it's called the Snuggle Down Cowl, and it is by Jooles Hill. It is the coolest thing.
Turn that around. There's so many pretty splotches. Like, look at these blue and yellow
Yeah,
splotches.
I actually want to show you the yarns that go into this because the reason that this is all pink is because of this floof. This is Lang Mohair Luxe, and I think the colorway is Candy Floss. I think that's the colorway. Anyway, it's like a purpley pinky business. It's so pretty. It's all the way up, like, hello, this matches. Oh.
It's Devynn.
It's Devynn.
Dusty Rose. If you were to describe Devynn's aura, it would be Dusty Rose.
So, that is the yarn. This yarn
That's
actually came from Maine in 2018, and it is by the String Theory, which is an indie dyer who is, I believe she's no longer dyeing yarn, which is sad because this was one of the most awesome. It's like just barely pink, and then it has all these crazy splotches. Like, it's
I
so
love that.
cool.
speckled look.
I actually used almost the whole rest of the skein in a shawl that I gave to my sister. It is so pretty.
So you just had just enough to do a cowl for yourself.
Well, you know me and my scrappy yarn and how I hate it sitting around and it's driving me nuts. So I just kind of have had the, because I knit, everything I knit is pink. I just have a collection of like weird pink
bits,
scraps. And I decided to just kind of keep them all together. And then I got this pink mohair. And I just said, oh my God, perfect. It's perfect.
It'll tint everything.
It'll tint everything
with
pink.
The nice
kind of. So I haven't put this color in yet. I also, so this yarn I have used so much and it's just never going away. I think it's a never-ending skein. I have used this yarn in 3 shawls. 3. And I'm just like, every time I'm like, okay, I better just do a little section because I don't know how much is left. Forever. So now it's on its 4th project and it's probably not going to get used up in this project. But it's so soft and fuzzy and I just lost the yarn ball and that's bad because there's cat here.
Suffer the cats.
So this is a pretty simple knit. It's a lot, there's a couple slip stitches. That's what makes this little like ridge, texture. Yeah. That's but so the speckling, pretty. So like this solid section down here is this color with the mohair. And what you do is you knit several rows with this color. Then you cut this color off, but you don't cut the mohair. The mohair stays the same throughout the whole project. And then you add in like this color. And then you add in the ball that I just dropped on the floor that I can't get.
One of these.
So it's just...
Or one of these. Your collection of pink ends.
These are mini skeins. I actually bought last year.
I like
that. That's next, I think. That's after this. I actually bought those mini skeins. I bought Direful Yarns had an advent calendar last year that I was so excited about. It was themed on the Grimm fairy tales. Beautiful. I loved it. I have all this mini skeins and 2 whole skeins that coordinate with it. And I have a plan for them of a shawl that I need to make that's a ginormous commitment. I just haven't done that. But I decided to use 1 or 2 of the skeins from that in this because they just match so well. So the yarn that I'm using right now, which is, oh no, I dropped it through the center. Oh, it's going to be such a tangled nightmare. But this little pink strand here is from my advent calendar from last year. I'm not getting another advent calendar, but just so you know, she did have some. I don't know if she still has some, but her advents are kind of awesome.
Yeah, they sound like you really get a lot for your... You got bags and all kinds of cool
stuff.
stuff.
I got the big order when I bought this last year. So I got 2 full skeins plus the 24 minis and a project bag. And it was a lot of fun. And some of the little packages came with stitch markers and little snack goodies. Like that's usually what people do with advent calendars.
Yeah, you get some little cute things.
It's a lot of fun. I'm not doing one this year because I'm kind of trying to do like a yarn diet thing.
Oh, a yarn diet.
I need to knit with some stuff I've bought. I got a lot of stuff. So anyway, there's the little ball. You can show that little ball. I hand wound this.
Look at you doing stuff.
I did stuff. So anyway.
Let me ask you a little more about the project itself. So are you... is it going to stitch a tube and come back to the front?
Nope. It is just going to be a big old tube.
Just straight up.
And I'm going to put my neck through it. And it's just going to be this
It seems
fuzzy.
so tight.
It's not. It's there's not enough room on the needles to stretch it.
Those needles. Okay. Yeah, you're getting your head through there. You're getting your head through there.
Yeah.
That is going to be so pretty.
I actually was playing around and Jason thought I was making a hat because I put this on. It's going to look so bad because there's just yarn everywhere, but... It would make a really cute hat, just so you know. But it is my, and it's going to get a little bigger when it gets wet, when I block it. But but it is going to be so snuggly, and it's going to match like everything that I wear.
So when did the pattern itself call for the changes in yarn?
Yes.
Okay,
everything is in the pattern. I'm following it kind of like to the T. So
you just picked your.
I just use scrappy yarn instead of buying like some people do like a fade set.
Yeah.
Or a gradient or something.
Or even we were just at that yarn store and a friend asked like, what do people do with those like beans? You know, those like little mini. They're like even smaller than a mini skein. They're just like, and you can get a whole set of like a gradient of those. Yeah. Something like that would be perfect. This would be perfect for that. Yeah.
I forget how many yards the whole project actually calls for, but it's just
as long as you have the coordinating mohair, you're good.
As long as you have mohair, and you could even do different. I've seen people do different colored mohair. I think there's enough in this that I'll have enough to get to the end. Excuse me, but if I don't, I'm just gonna stop where this runs out and it'll be a little bit shorter, but that's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it's so slouchy, you'll have plenty.
It is very slouchy, and it looks, a lot of people have knit this. If you look up the Snuggle Down Cowl on Instagram, there's a lot of cute finishes on there. Super cute, and it's so soft. I love the mohair. You could also knit this with alpaca. There's a Surrey alpaca yarn if you don't like mohair, because a lot of people think this is scratchy, which I don't think it's scratchy.
Oh no, I don't think that's
but if you do think it's scratchy, Surrey alpaca is not. It's super soft and fuzzy. But I love this, and I can't wait to wear this.
It's very pretty, and it is so you again.
Everything I have is pink except for my green forest pack.
Yeah, someday we'll get her in an aqua blue or something like that.
I have blue yarn. I just haven't knit with it. So that is all of my whips right now. I am working on the love note. It's in timeout. I didn't bring it to show it because it's in timeout.
Roll across a room somewhere.
It's not thrown across the room. I have not done that, but I lost my swatch for it, and I need my swatch because I didn't take great notes on the swatch. So I'm either going to have to swatch again, which is or really look for the swatch. Except I just remembered as I was sitting here, I found the swatch literally this morning tucked down in the couch.
So you found the swatch. So it's not quite. So maybe it'll be out of timeout soon.
It's in timeout right now. Up till now it was in timeout. But yeah, I did find the swatch. I have to re-block the swatch because it got a little crinkled, and I hope that doesn't really affect my stitches. I remember my gauge, but I need to measure it again.
Because you had to do a lot of adjusting.
I have to do some adjusting because of the rows and stuff. And I might talk to a yarn shop to figure out some more techniques to make the arms work better with all my adjustments.
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about my row gauge is way off.
Yeah.
Like almost an inch off.
That's why having a good local yarn shop is so important. Yeah.
So gonna get some advice on that, but for now it's in timeout. And that's all my whips.
Yay! We made some progress on stuff.
I do have one acquisition.
Yeah.
I know I said yarn diet, but I have one acquisition.
The yarn diet starts now.
Well, I was in Maine, and I loved the Lovey Dovey tam, making that, and I found the shop that I bought the kit at had some kits still, so I bought one.
Ah, so this is by the same...
This is by the same person who designed this hat.
And it's so spooky.
It's spooky. It's spiderwebby. So this picture, also I'm showing off the price, oops. But this, so you can see it has like the color changing spiders in here. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. And it comes complete with the yarn and charts that you didn't just see.
We're gonna do this move. The yarn, no charts. So it comes with everything. Yeah. So this is
the Arachne
hat.
Spider hat.
Very cute.
By Donna Frost Ritchie. Excited about that. Might be a while before I cast it on because I have so many other things going on right now.
Yeah, but that is super cute. And I do love the spider changing, the color changing spiders. Mm-hmm. But they do it in such a cool way.
I mean, that's what she did here with these birds. Like, it's almost like Like when you look at this from afar, it looks like they almost fade a little, and even up here, because like there's different colors in here of pinks, and it's really well designed. So I had to get another one of her kits, but that was my yarn spending in Maine.
Very cute. Very fun.
So that's my acquisition. Let's see. I have one upcoming whip to talk about.
Okay.
So I signed up for a yarn class with Untangled Pearls, which is a yarn shop in Fredericksburg, Virginia. They are so far away from me, but I love their shop. So I walked in there, and I talked about this class, I think, a little bit on the last podcast, where I signed up for the class. Well, now the class has started. I still don't have my yarn, which is so sad. And it's no fault of the shop itself. It is shipping, delays, and everything is stupid because of COVID. But
the yarn is stuck in Germany.
The yarn is maybe stuck in Germany.
Everyone's afraid to ship to the US.
Yes. But here is, I am going to do, this is called the Spark Cardigan by Andrea Mowry. And I'm going to do the white base with what color? But pink. Pink is going to be my color work. And it is, I didn't bring the yarn with me. I do have the pink. I don't have the white, which is what I need to start the sweater.
Just plain old white yarn.
Yeah, but you have to buy yarn from the store.
Right,
that's how the
you have to
class
buy yarn.
work.
Yeah, that's how, I mean, that makes
It's
perfect
plain old
sense.
white yarn. It's, Cowborn Woolens is the yarn company. I'm not sure if it's a worsted weight base by them, and it's white, creamy white, kind of.
Yeah, like a natural white.
It was more affordable than what Andrea knit her sweater out of. So I need more affordable because big lady,
more yarn.
Big lady needs more yarn.
And then everyone decided, no, you can't have that.
I can't have it. So what I am doing to make it through my class, because the classes have started, and I don't have my yarn, is I am using a skein of Cascade from Stash to knit the techniques, and I'm practicing all the techniques on this Cascade yarn, and then I'm going to go and knit the sweater.
Yeah.
And
try and catch up.
The instructor has told me, like, we're working together on this. We will get you through this sweater. Like, if you get stuck on something, really awesome. Even after the class ends, I'm going to be able to work with her to kind of get through all of the hardships. Because this sweater is, while it's not the most difficult out there, it does have some challenging parts to it. I mean, it's an all-over color work, which is something I have never done. That's already hard. It's knit from the bottom up, also something I haven't done. It is steeked, which is where you cut it. You knit it entirely in the round and you cut up the center to make it a cardigan. No. And I've never done steeking, so that's going to be something new I learned.
Yeah, it also sounds like they have a really good class to teach these techniques.
Yeah.
Just, and they seem like a store that is very,
they're willing to work with
they're very willing to work with you, willing to go the extra mile,
mm-hmm.
very customer oriented, very, very cool.
Really, really awesome. I've been working with, Chris is the instructor, and I've been working with her, and she is absolutely awesome. We are working on sleeves right now, and I've knit a cuff, but hey, by the time my yarn comes, I might have practiced the sleeves enough to have really awesome sleeves on my sweater, whereas my sample sleeve was kind of just meh.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Not that I knit a whole sleeve. I knit like a tiny bit of the ribbing at the cuff. So anyway, that's my class that's coming up. I'm really excited about it.
So if you're in Fredericksburg, check out Untangled Pearls.
Yes, they're an awesome shop. I had.
Okay. Once you learn how to steek, you'll have to go to Rhinebeck and do that thing where
it's called the Steek and Streak at Rhinebeck.
Cut their sweaters and run around naked.
Not quite what happens.
I mean, when you call it the Steek and Streak, like...
You knit a sweater that has to be steeked, and you and a friend go to the hill together and somebody cuts you out of your sweater and hopefully you're wearing something underneath. No, I don't know.
That's not what it sounds. It sounds like you run around in your cardigan with the cardigan flapping behind you, one with nature.
One with nature. Yes, I will do
on
the
hill
streak.
in upstate New York.
When Rhinebeck happens in person again, I would love to do the Steak and Streak.
Yes.
So, I had a dream project that I wanted to talk about. I should have talked about it when I was talking about the Snuggle. Or no, I didn't talk about this. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. I have a dream project. All right, this is a dream project.
We'll get there. We'll be able to put thoughts together. You know,
spitting out my words here. So, Max the Knitter is on Instagram, and he's kind of awesome. And I'll link him below. Has just released Snuggle socks. I have never knit socks. I have knit a stocking. I have always said, I'm not sure I ever want to knit socks. I want to knit these socks. I don't know when I'll knit these socks, but they are basically slippers. They're not even socks. I'm just going to call them slippers because they're perfect.
Here's a picture of what they're going to look like.
Yeah,
maybe,
we will include, yes, there are pictures. People have finished them. They've already been tested and everything. The pattern just released like this week.
I need Snuggle socks. Make me some.
They are, I believe they're DK weight socks. I could be wrong. But anyway, they have a really cool texture pattern, and then the inside is lined. Okay, lined with like alpaca floof. Like alpaca, Surrey alpaca, mohair type lacy lining. It's so soft and snuggly. Oh my God, I can't wait for them. They're going to be glorious. I want someone who loves to knit socks to just make me these socks, but yeah, I don't know any sock knitters.
I was going to say, there are knitters out there that are dedicatedly sock knitters.
So I'm going to have to learn how to make these socks. In the meantime, Max the Knitter also has a pattern called, I think it's, did I write it down? No, I didn't write it down. Of course, Snuggle is Real. It's called Snuggle is Real. That's what it is. And it's like a cowl that is, it kind of looks like the start of a hoodie. So it has little cords like that you could tighten it maybe. I haven't looked into the construction of it to see if you can tighten it, but I have the yarn to make it. And the socks are based off of this cowl, and it's perfect. I would show you on my phone, but we're recording on my phone.
Yeah, we'll put in a picture.
Yeah.
I feel like Max needs a hug. I feel like he's not getting snuggled enough, and he's like, I have to make things to snuggle me. Like, and I'll share that with the world.
I think he also has a pattern called the Unbearable Hoodie, and it's a hoodie with little bears. Oh, it's so beautiful. I have it on my favorites list. I love what they do, but anyway, the cowl is something that is actively going to happen relatively soon. I kind of have the yarn for it. I have a skein of Surrey alpaca. I have some DK orange yarn, and I want to get DK gray yarn to coordinate with it. And I'll have this like textured, it'll be gray and orange textured cowl with a pink, or not pink, with a white cream lining. There you go. Something that's not pink that I plan on making for me.
She did it.
Is this cowl. But also the socks just released, and I'm pretty excited about those socks. I don't know if those could be my first ever socks. But they sound awesome. I need them. So anyway, just so you all know, those socks are out there and they sound awesome.
Yeah.
And I need them.
Some very cool projects out there right now.
And if anybody wants to knit me some socks, just putting it out there, I'll take it. I'll knit you a shawl.
No, you
I might. I don't know.
So I think that's everything we've got.
That's everything I've got. Just needed to talk about my dream socks.
You can talk about your dream socks all you want, as long as you don't get my hopes up that you're going to make me some.
Maybe I'll make the practice ones for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you the crappy ones.
I'll have the crappy ones that will keep my feet very warm. And then
I think that's the opposite of what a good person does. I think I'm supposed to keep the crappy ones and then give you the nice ones.
Nah, man, I'll take some crappy socks as long as I keep my feet warm.
But anyway, very excited about these socks, guys.
Yeah, so it sounds like we have some exciting stuff coming up. Not a huge update today. We had some finishes, some good fun stuff.
I had some stuff.
So, but other than that, not much else going on.
No. So we'll see you guys next time, right?
Yep. In 2 weeks, we'll be back to a normal
We're back
schedule.
on track. No more breaks.
Yeah. Because even though my October has somehow suddenly become very crammed, I've kept the podcast days free. So
I think through October we're gonna be good. I expect problems in November and December.
Yeah. My crazy ginormous family does 8 million get-togethers. So
my family, my boyfriend's family does a lot of stuff. So if those things are still happening this year, because who knows what's happening, there could be some disruptions then. But for October, we're good.
We're good. All right, guys. So we'll see you next time. Thank
Bye.
you.